We searched for a man named Jim Sonnett. And the legends folks tell may be true. Most call him gunman and killer. He's my son, who I hardly knew. I raised Jim's boy from the cradle. Till the day he said to me, I have to go find my father. And I reckoned that's how it should be. So we ride, Jim's boy and me. Canebrake is a town scared witless, just waiting for a real shooting war to bust loose. Cattlemen and sheepmen, both stubborn, both ready to fight for the land, and both waiting for their hired gunslingers to get here. The cattlemen hired themselves a real killer, Frank Corbett. But the fella that's coming to back up the sheepmen is
Jim Sonnett. Let's go after him.
Right after you left the town, this man rides in. He was very bad looking. He goes to Senor Adams, and I hear him say his name is Frank Corbett. That's not all. He was leading your son's horse, senor.
How did they know it was James's horse?
Forgive me, but your son was tied across the back of it. Dead.
You're just itching to ride into town and get yourself killed, ain't you?
You might as well let me go, because I'm gonna get the man that shot my paw.
I ain't gonna let you go, boy. Leastwise, not till you gentle down some. Frank Corbett's got a reputation for gunning men down without waiting for the customaries. James dead, and then maybe you. That's thinning the Sonnett hood out from the wrong end.
You figure on getting him alone, don't you, Grandpa?
I tell you what, boy. We'll ride in together later.
Is that a bargain?
It's a bargain. No. Best let the boy fret it out alone, Pat.
Yeah, I suppose so. You know, Jim's death hit us all pretty hard. I guess it's worse on him.
James dead. It's mighty hard to believe.
First round's on me, Corbett. I may even buy the second one.
You're as good as we always heard you were, Corbett. Glad to have you with us.
You sure put the mutton lovers coming out of business quick. Shot him before you can get into town.
Come on, Frank, drink up. There's a lot of cattlemen want to stand you around for that.
Don't touch it, Corbett. I don't want folks saying your aim was all fuzzied up when I called you. I'm going to give you the same chance that you gave Jim Sonnett. Maybe a better one.
Look, kid, this is Frank Corbett. If you know...
I know who he is. This is between me and him. The rest of you, move out of the way. You killed a man who was going to help a friend, Corbett. A good man. A man I've been waiting all my life to meet. Well, what's holding you? You're a famous hired gun, ain't you? One killing a day? That ain't much of a record. Now turn around. Start earning your pay.
You took a big chance with that fool kid, Frank.
No chance. He's just a green yearling. You were shaking so bad he couldn't hit the ground with his hat.
I'll stand you another round for that, Frank.
It's all the same to you, Mr. Adams. I'd just soon get out to the ranch and bed down. I've been pounding the saddle since sunup.
Sure, Frank. Hey, wouldn't you stay here and keep an eye on the kid? Tell him how lucky he was this time.
I'll be out directly, Adams. I'm low on shells, and I've got some business to attend to. I reckon I can find your spread by myself.
Can't miss it. Just ride north and you're in it. And run across any sheepmen on the way. I reckon you know why I hired you.
I'll earn every penny you paid me.
I know you will, Frank.
You're lucky to be alive, boy.
You called down one of the fastest guns in the business. Frank Corbett.
Well, that wasn't Frank Corbett. That was my pa, Jim Sonnett. Now, you listen to me. Frank Corbett killed Jim Sonnett. You got things all twisted.
Just you tell me where he went. I gotta go out and find him before he rides off again.
What's all the ruckus about?
Grandpa, he was here. I saw him, Pa. He was here.
Frank Corbett hit him a pretty good lick. Joggled his wits a mite.
I'll handle him now. I tell you, I've seen him face to face.
Now, hush up or I'll joggle your wits again.
Grandpa, I said he's alive. They all think he's Frank Corbett. I reckon I don't know my own pa when I see him.
I reckon so. I reckon James must have had a mighty good reason for wanting folks to think he's Frank Corbett.
I mean, you think he told him he was Corbett?
Must be. When you come busting in here rooting up all his plans like a hog let loose in a turnip patch.
Well, it kind of took me by surprise. Do you think it's likely I'd done him any harm?
Well, likely you didn't do him no good. You'd best get back to that sheep camp fast.
You gonna stand there and knock all day long? Come on in. Hello, Pat.
Jim Sonnett, hey, how are you?
Fine.
You're looking great. But, Jim, we heard that Corbett had got you.
He tried.
But it was the other way around, huh?
Pat, I can only stay but a minute. I'm taking Corbett's place, and I'm due at the ranch now. I don't want them getting suspicious.
Hey, that's a mighty risky game you're playing, isn't it?
Well, I just wanted to stop by and let you know I was here. I'll do what I can.
Jim, look, when all this is over, I got a little surprise for you.
How's that?
Your father and your son.
What about him?
They're here, Jim. They're staying with me right here.
It's hard to believe. I've thought about them. Both. It's been so long.
You know, they say they've been looking for you for a long time, too.
I never knew. And this ain't the time to This ain't the time to meet up. Could get us all killed if Adams finds me out.
Yeah. You know, when your boy heard that you were gunned down, he went wild. He tore into town to shoot it out with Corbett. And then your father followed right after him.
Jeff. It must have been Jeff who called me in the saloon.
Oh, no, Jimmy. You didn't draw on him, man.
Worse. I made him the laughing stock of the town. But I'll make it up to him. I better go.
All right, Jim.
When they come back, tell the boy I'm sorry. And tell him to stay clear of me until I can come back here.
All right, Jim.
James is alive.
He was here, Mr. Murphy. I saw him.
Yes, I know. He stopped by on his way to Adams' ranch.
He was here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was hoping we could stop him. He could be riding into a pack of trouble.
No. You see, the cattleman think he's their hired killer, Frank Corbett.
Well, maybe they did, but maybe they don't know more.
Jim said to stay clear of him until he's ready to tell the world who he really is.
Well, I got a mighty uneasy feeling the world already knows.
Jim Sonnett.
That's what the kid kept yelling, Mr. Adams. Adams is waiting for you in the stable, Corbett. I'll take your horse.
Well, I see you found it without no trouble, Corbett.
No trouble.
Speaking of trouble, the boys tell me that after we left the saloon, that kid came to and started an awful ruckus.
Oh, he's just a kid. Would be playing with a string of spools.
Then the old man came in after him and really started trouble.
Oh, trail bums. More than likely they'll be gone before sundown.
They're both gone now. Got themselves shot. What's the matter, Corbett? You look real put out. Can't see why. The boys just finished a job you didn't do yourself when you had the chance.
Now, why should I be put out? What do I care if 2 more Sonnets get killed?
Now, how did you know they were Sonnets? I never mentioned their names, now did I, boys?
I found my way in. I'll just let you show me the way out.
That's mighty slick and smooth the way you do that. But I'm just gonna have to turn down your offer.
Drop it, mister. Drop it. There's only 2 of them outside. Old man Sonnett and the boy.
Don't bunch up in here. They got us in a squeeze. A couple of you break outside and draw them off.
Oh, they're splitting up.
Let them split. Gives James a better chance inside.
You upstairs. I count you empty.
All right, hold it. I don't want more killing. None of us wanted it in the first place. It was Adams' idea to hire a gun, and he killed Ira Tucker just to rile the folks up.
I'd stop killing now if I was you and start looking for a good lawyer.
Fargo ain't gonna be repeating that story to anybody.
I figure some of the others will. You're out of business, Adams.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I ought to look into prospects down south. I'll just take that ride you wanted. Only you are gonna see me out. Get your hat. Come on.
It's awful quiet inside.
Yeah. I reckon your pa can handle them. We can just keep these fellas busy outside.
Ah, this is James. Hold your fire. I'm riding out with Adams. I'll try to get word to you.
Adams is getting away and he's got Paul.
Guess there's no more need to worry about your kinfolk following us.
They'll be coming.
They're probably both dead by now.
Sonnett's real stubborn about dying.
Then you can be the first one. Show them how it's done. Now, you get off this horse first. Real easy, like. So you don't get no ideas about running off with the horse.
Pat?
Yeah. Who is it?
Jim.
Ah, hey.
I'm on my way now. I guess you can handle the situation here.
Yeah, thanks to the Sonnets.
I'll be heading north. I want to get in as many miles as I can before sundown. It's a mighty fine-looking boy. Mighty fine.
Jim, someday it'll work out for you. It's got to.
You say he was here, did you?
That's right.
You did tell him we were looking, didn't you?
I told him, Jeff.
What did he say?
He said he didn't want to see you anymore. He said too much had happened, too much that made you strangers. He said there wasn't anything between you anymore.
Well, he didn't want to? I mean, you told him we've been looking.
Yes, Jeff, I told him.
You're a nice man, Mr. Murphy. Real nice. So much so, you'll lie real bad. Now, you tell me straight, Mr. Murphy. Did James mean all them things you said, or did he tell you to tell us he meant it?
He said it, Mr. Sonnett, but he was bleeding all the time, hating to hear the words that his mouth spoke. You know, there must be an awful lot of love in that man for you. For both of you.
Come on, son. We got us a ways to go. Dear Lord, for a time, we seemed so close. It was true that James was there, but we learned what we wanted to know the most. In his heart, deep down, James does care.